Okay. We're gonna take two. Hold on. Start. Give me just a minute. Let me make sure audio is good. Okay. Everything seems good. Okay. So if you were here for the last one, I sincerely apologize. I don't know what happened. I'm brand new to actual like YouTube streaming, and I was very confused by getting everything set up. It wasn't quite as easy as Twitch, but there was something going on with like the stream elements, multi-stream. You guys don't need to worry about it. Don't even sweat it. You're good. Um, but hello everyone, hello. My name is Doc, and it is good to be streaming again. I sincerely apologize that I have not been doing that lately, but I promise that I am going to be better about streaming for you guys. So we are playing some ESO today, to absolutely no one's surprise. And I think today we're just going to hold on. Mochi, come over here, sweetheart. Mochi wanted to take over the stream. Um, I think today we're just going to be doing some of the golden pursuits. Just some of the things that like I wouldn't be able to do naturally. Um, stuff like like this stuff I did naturally just over the course of a couple days, but incursions and stuff like that. So I figure we'll do that. Maybe hour and a half, couple hours, and then we'll call it a day. But I figure we go ahead and start. Actually, I wanted to start with the arena. Just go ahead and get that out of the way. Now, I don't know whenever they're talking about arena, if they mean like solo arena or like arena. I'm going to assume that either is good, but just to be safe, I am going to go ahead and do Dragonstar. Let me make sure that I don't have it set to vet. Okay, I don't. I'm gonna go ahead and do Dragonstar because it'll take a while, but nice, easy, and chill. So we'll go ahead and hop on into Dragonstar. And I'm on my Warden today. Just a very basic, one bar build that I use for like solo content and stuff like that. Hopefully, audio and everything sounds good. Let me know if anything sounds out of whack, or if I'm too loud or too quiet, or if the game's too loud or too quiet. And if you hear meowing, it's just Mochi. She's just going to do that. Yep, go ahead and let me in. Alright. Yeah, should be nice, chill, easy day. Just knocking out some of these golden pursuits. These are honestly, I'm already more than halfway to the costume. I think the only ones that I know that I won't do is Tales of Tribute, because I'm sorry to all 6 of you Tales of Tribute enjoyers. I will not be joining you. Oh. Yeah, Dragonstar does take a while, but it's nice and easy. Again, I'm pretty sure that solo arenas probably also count, but I don't know. I'd rather be safe than sorry, so I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Right. Wow. I forgot how long it takes for them to spawn. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I've done Dragonstar. I got my perfected Master's Resto staff, and I was like, alright, I'm never doing this again. And here I am. And then, the only other group arena is Black Rose Prison, and like I'm pretty good. I don't think that I'm soloing Black Rose Prison. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I could. Maybe I could solo Black Rose Prison, but I don't think that I am. Yeah, I hope you guys are having a good day. If you're just tuning in or whatever, we're just doing some golden pursuits. Nice, chill, easy stream. This is my first YouTube stream. We did have a little bit of technical difficulties earlier, but hopefully everything's good on y'all's end, and I will get better with YouTube streaming over time. I think I will still stream to Twitch every now and then as well, but with considering that the bulk of my audience is on YouTube, and a lot of you guys are browsing YouTube, day to day anyway, I figure I might as well, stream on YouTube, stream on Twitch. Why not? I'm thinking about maybe trying out some multi-streaming as well, streaming on both at the same time. I'm just not sure if my internet would be able to handle that. I've got pretty good internet, but I don't know about, streaming on two services at the same time. My cat is trying to sabotage me. Hold on, Mochi, over here, sweet girl. Thank you. I swear, she knows when I'm streaming. She wants to make it all about her. But yeah, I may give multi-streaming a try sometime. We'll kind of see how my internet handles that. But for now, I definitely do want to branch out and try both YouTube and Twitch. And if I end up only, having the internet capacity to be able to stream on one, then, hey, that's fine with me. I'm chilling with that. And almost done. And there we go. Cool. First arena down. And I think after this, maybe we'll hop into the Infinite Archive, knock that out, incursions, world bosses, and then that should be it. That should be pretty much everything. Dungeons is another one, like group dungeons. That's another one that I gotta do, but I'll do that naturally. I like to do my daily random dungeon. Yeah. This guy does love to talk. Yup. Yeah, he's just gonna keep talking. Maybe a hot take. I feel like Nord should just be immune to that cold mechanic. That'd be pretty cool. You get your Nord tank to go out there and grab everybody because they can't be affected by the cold. I mean, I guess they can be affected, but they've got resistance to it. I actually don't know if that works, because I know the cold damage in this arena is, like, damage over time. Like, if I just walk out here, I'll start taking some damage here. Yeah, like that. But I don't know if this counts as, like... I don't know if cold damage also means environmental damage, because with the Dunmer, they specify environmental damage. So, I don't know. Beats me. Someone smarter than me can tell me. I'm trying to think if I've got any other updates. I'm hoping to have the PvP video out on Monday. I've said a million times that I'm not really a PvP guy, but I thought, hey, you know what? Let's fix that. So I've got the PvP healing guide coming out for you guys, hopefully on Monday, if I get it out on time. And then after that, I think my next video will be ESO Direct, which is happening on April 10th. I will be at work, so that video will probably come out a little later in the evening, but I am super excited for that. I am, like, pumped for ESO Direct. I think it's going to be such a good time. I don't know what they're going to reveal. I don't know if anybody has seen the leaks either. I've seen whispers about it, but I haven't seen anything concrete. Something about subclasses and, like, class skill line swapping. I don't know. It's crazy. It's out there, but I haven't really seen anything concrete about it. People will, of course, speculate. But I'd be interested, to see what you guys think about that, if that does end up happening on April 10th, or if they talk about it. And then, oh, sorry, I was looking at something. Hopefully tomorrow I should be good to stream as well. I plan on having a stream for you guys tomorrow. I think it should be a good one. It's I've been saving up quite a few treasure maps and surveys, like, you know, crafting material surveys and whatnot. I've got a ton of them on my main that I've been saving up for a while. Not for any other reason than for like 2 weeks I was really lazy about doing them, and then I thought, you know what? We'll turn it into a stream. We'll make a little treasure hunting stream. So probably the treasure hunting stream tomorrow, and that'll be fun. It'll be a good time. Go, that's one down. And that's two. We'll just wrap up the trash and move on. You know, I gotta say, despite it taking a while, if you can't, for whatever reason, do Black Rose Prison to level up, this is not a bad way. Like, if you can't do that Black Rose Prison farm, this is not a terrible way to level up. This is not the worst way that I can think of to level up. It'll take you a while, you know, you gotta commit a little bit to these runs, but if you've got a nice, long, free day on your hands, one day, this is not a bad way to level up at all. And it is double XP right now, remember. You know, we got the Jubilee event going on, so we got, what, 22nd, I think? Oh, long time of double XP. Like, more than 2 weeks. We are moving. You know, I think this is the first time that I've actually done Dragonstar since I had made this little heavy attack build that I use when I'm not healing. So I've been going through it and I'm like, man, like some of this stuff is going down pretty quick. This isn't bad. Go. Oh, let's get the Wamasu. Speaking of Wamasus, you guys wish me luck tonight, all right? Me and my guild, we are going to be doing Sanity's Edge after this, or not after this, like not right after this. I'm gonna have some dinner first once I'm done streaming, but we'll be running some Sanity's Edge hard mode tonight. Try to clear it. You know, all these Wamasus are just getting me ready, you know. I probably can swap off Deceptive Predator. I'm not like running through Overland or anything like that. I don't know, I might keep it just with all the... I forgot how much crowd control they have in this arena. I might just keep it on just so that I can avoid getting snatched. Nice. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do that, just so that I don't get grabbed. Oh, they're protecting it. That's what it is. Oh, and I got grabbed anyway. Dang it. Man, I'm telling you, those stranglers, they will grab you from a different video game. Like, I'll be playing Marvel Rivals and I'm still getting grabbed by those stranglers, bro. It's too much. The range on these things is insane. Yeah, you know, let me know how audio is, or you know, if anything sounds super incorrect. I'm like I said, this is my first ever YouTube stream. You know, I've streamed on Twitch a good bit before. If you've never caught any of my live streams before, but definitely there was a little bit of a learning curve to get used to streaming on, or to get set up streaming on YouTube. But I think that was more my streaming software than anything else. Like, it just so happened that they had an update, like, right when I was trying to do this, and so I had to figure a bunch of stuff out. But seems like everything's going alright so far. You know, I'm, like, checking stream health and all that. Nice and easy. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Through that gate, there's more fun waiting for you in the next arena. I'm sure you're starting to wonder what's going on in here. You'll come to understand, provided you survive. And now for something a little different. Direct from the land of the Dark Elves, allow me to present the Slavers of House Drez. Don't let them get their chains on you. Enough with the commentary. Let's get this back.
Yes, enough with the commentary indeed. You are good. I have done this before.
Champions of House Drez. Such grace, such agility. Think of the pain.
I did think that that was really cool. With this arena, that they put like the actual classes in, you know? I mean, I know that many other like NPCs and enemy types and stuff like that do use moves that you have in game, like on certain classes, but I don't know, it's just something about like seeing the word Templar and then like having, you know, like purifying light or something put onto you in a PvE setting, I think is pretty cool. Yeah, like the whatever the mark. Yeah, that's just so cool. I love that. I wonder if they'll ever do another arena again, because I think the last one we got was Black Rose Prison in Murkmire, if I'm not mistaken. And that's been a while. I mean, Murkmire was, I don't know what year, but it's been a while. So I don't know. I wonder if they'll ever make another arena again. I would love to see another. I personally really enjoy arenas. I think they're really fun. Especially the more difficult ones, you know, like Black Rose Prison, or shoot, what is it? Vacheron Hollows. Yeah, like I love those. I think those are so cool. But I don't know. Only time will tell. We'll see what 2025 will bring. You know, especially with them changing up their content model, I wonder if maybe that will open up room for them to possibly add some more arenas to the game. I don't know. We'll have to see. You know, time will tell. And by time, I mean in about 5 days when ESO Direct happens, and hopefully we learn a good bit about everything that's coming. I feel like their Zoss is normally really good during their reveals about telling us all the important things, you know, and we don't just get like, oh hey, by the way, you're also getting this really cool thing that we never told you about. I feel like they do a pretty good job of, you know, putting all their cards on the table when it comes to DLCs. But I am very curious to see kind of how this new content model allows them to do certain things, or how it'll change the way maybe that we get trials or arenas or stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Another one down. I don't know how many arenas there actually are in this. A lot, I know that. Maybe too many. I think there's like 3 or 4 more after this one, not including the final boss. Because it's this one, and then the like Oblivion looking one that has the sacrifices. Then the Dwemer one, like with the automatons and all that. Oh, and then the graveyard one. Yeah. Okay, so there's 3 more, and then the final boss. 3 more after this. Yeah, I mean, I personally like Dragonstar Arena. I can see why some people don't particularly enjoy it anymore, especially after it being out for as long as it has. But I don't mind it for just, you know, if I want to go in solo and do something, you know? But like I said, I pretty much got my master's restoration staff, and I'm like, all right, deuces. I'm out of here. Oh, there we go. Thought I got him. I will say it, at least with this particular arena, like this individual one, you at least can like, you know, enjoy the mechanic of like the Shadowcaster putting that debuff on you that you have to go stand on something. I don't mind that. That can be like, I don't mind if arenas have, you know, mechanics like that. I mean, outside of this one, really, it's outside of this particular stage, it's pretty much like, hey, don't stand in that red circle. That is bad for your health. And that's pretty much it. But I think I got both of the Shadowcasters too fast. I don't think they were able to put the thing on me. You know, that was another thing I just thought about. I don't know, I don't remember off the top of my head. I'm assuming it does. I don't know if the final boss of an arena actually gives an event box. I mean, obviously it wouldn't be a good way to farm by any means, but if I at least got a box out of this too, that'd be very cool. I think that should be final boss now. I think, right? Or boss of this arena. Yes, there they are. Let's get them out of that. Oh, I'm out of buff food. I didn't even realize that. Whoops. I'll put some more on after this fight. Where do I need to stand? Right here. And there we go. Very nice. Alright. On to the next. Oh, I did forget about this zone. Whoops. So I guess, okay, so now 3 more on top of this one.
From this point on, you will be pushed to your limit. You compete to earn the honor of becoming my champions. The next challenges will test you in ways you have never imagined.
These arenas are very cool, though. I do like the designs of them.
Continue to impress me. Then perhaps I shall allow you to silence that fool of a champion who loves the sound of his own voice permanently.
I gotta imagine he can hear her say that. He's like, oh, wait, yeah, there he goes. Okay. Oh, we know you love the sound of your own voice. Don't you worry, friend. That did dawn on me pretty early on. I think it's different whenever you are like actively. No, James, I am not a real doctor. No, Doc is just a nickname. I did have, you know, some work in the medical field before, but not these days. No, Doc is just a nickname. But I think the yapping is a lot different whenever you've got a headset on. Because normally I'll just, you know, listen to some music or watch some YouTube in the background or something while I do this, or while I was grinding out the Master's Resto. So I like didn't hear all the talking. And it is a lot of talking. Oh, right. I did say that I was going to get more buff food. Whoops. Okay, wait. Oh, no, werewolf. Okay. Go. Grab buff food really quick. Sure, why not? Not gonna make much difference. The recovery really isn't gonna help my build at all. But the stamina recovery can be nice, and the health recovery can be okay, you know, if I get caught in a tight spot. The main reason that I use the Crown refreshing drink right now is just because I actually have like 200 of them, and I need to use them for something. So I just, you know, I'll throw them on whenever I'm doing something solo that's nice and easy. And then I save my actual buff food for, you know, whenever I'm running a trial or something like that. Here we go. Move over here. And hold on. There we go. Another one down. Right, cool. Then I think this one should be the Oblivion looking one. Or I guess like the Deadlands, I guess. Officially. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yes, I get the idea. Thank you. Oh. Ah. Well, you know, like I mentioned earlier, hope you guys are having a good weekend so far. This is a pretty nice, chill weekend for me. I'm getting to enjoy some streaming tonight for a little bit. Then I'm gonna, you know, go have some dinner, do a little raid night with the guild, and then head off to bed. You know, because I'm an old man and I have a bedtime. And it's not that I have anybody telling me that I have to go to bed at a certain time. It's me telling me that I have to go to bed at a certain time. Or sometimes it's my cats too, or me and my wife's cats. Yeah, just in case, you know, you're just now tuning in, you know, we're just doing some Golden Pursuits tonight, enjoying the new event. Oh, let me get that guy. There we go. Enjoying the new event. You know, this is my first time ever streaming on YouTube. I've streamed to Twitch quite a bit, but I had a long break there because, you know, life got busy. But I'm glad to be back here streaming, and I plan to be doing plenty of streams on YouTube as well as Twitch. You know, but let me know if there's something particular that you guys enjoy, whether it be YouTube or Twitch, or, you know, even if you would like to maybe see me multi-stream or something, you know, we'll test that out. Can I make a healer build video for whenever I am healing a crap group and I just need to keep them alive? You know, actually, that's a really, really good idea. I might not word it exactly like that, but I do like the idea of maybe making, like, a progression build. Because I think a lot of the healer builds that are on my channel right now, kind of have the implication in mind that you're going to have a pretty well optimized team. Maybe not perfectly optimized, but, you know, people that at least know not to stand in the red stuff. I actually, yeah, I think I very well might do that. I might make a little build for, you know, like a progression setting where maybe you're exploring some new content and you're worried that, you know, your team's going to die quite a bit. It is a great idea. I will definitely add that to the list. Because I've got some good ideas as to, you know, what sets and whatnot that I could use. Oh, well, that's what I get for missing one of the sacrifices. Whoops. Well, I'll take care of him in a second. I've got some ideas for, you know, sets and stuff like that that I can use, but I've never really, like, sat down and built it. So, yeah, that's a good idea. I will definitely do that. I'm not sure when. I've got a good amount of videos planned. Oh, did I miss another sacrifice? Oof. I'm not on it today. Ignore me. You know, I'm just testing myself. You know, I'm a challenge. I'm having a challenge. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Yeah, I will get working on that soon. Um, like I said, I should have the PvP build out hopefully around Monday morning ish if I do everything on time. Worst comes to worst, I think Monday evening. And then yeah, ESO Direct on the 10th, and sometime shortly after that, I will definitely work on that progression build. Oh man, I'm actually kind of getting my butt kicked here a little bit. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's take care of this guy. I'm tired of the sacrifices. And there's one over there. Well, what's it gonna be? Oh, just some scamps. Okay, that's not bad. That's chill. Okay, there we go. This should go much smoother now. And let's go ahead and finish her. There we go. And let's try to take care of these sacrifices. Okay, and there we go. Another arena down. Okay, I think that I should only have 2 more now. I could be wrong. I hope that I'm not, but I think I should only have 2 more. Again, I would have gone with a solo arena like, what's it, Maelstrom or something like that. But I just wanted to be safe, because sometimes they call them solo trials. So like I think in the menus they call them solo trials. So I just wanted to make sure that I do my due diligence and get the arena done.
Fight alongside the machinations that they once researched. Let my old toys face off against what may be my newest champion. Show me.
There's no way this group will get past your defenders, Master. But please let them try. I love a good slaughter.
Go. Oh, and after ESO Direct, that prologue quest drops for the new content, which I am super excited for. I actually really like that prologue quest. If you happen to see my video that I did over the PTS, that prologue quest was actually available in the PTS. I thought it was pretty solid. It seems like they're really shaping up to maybe have a pretty good story on their hands. Um, and especially if you care about, the base game story, the Daedra, the guilds and whatnot. I won't spoil anything, but the Daedra, the guilds and whatnot, then I think that you're really, really going to be invested in this story. And I know that they said that they've been, like Zos, I know that Zos has been saying that they've been wanting to kind of like revitalize old zones and bring some life to zones that maybe haven't gotten any new content lately. So I'm curious to see kind of where this is going to take place. If we're going to get a new zone, or if maybe we should just expect that part of the story will take place in old zones. I don't know. I do not know. But either way, I will be excited for it. Like I mentioned earlier, I am gonna have work that day. I'll be stuck at work for a good bit, so my coverage of that will probably come out later in the day. But depending on what time it starts, I think it's like 10 a.m. Eastern, I think they said. So that'd be like, I think 9 a.m. my time. I don't know. I still might be able to watch it. Because in terms of my, like, actual 9 to 5 job, I am a teacher. But, you know, I'll see if maybe I can... I'll see what the kiddos are doing that day. Maybe I can just have it on while I, you know, watch them do their assignment or whatever they're working on. We will see. We will see. Worst comes to worst, I'll watch it after school. I'm gonna take these guys down because those that red centurion can actually be a little bit of a problem even in normal. If you just sit there and try to tank him. Nice, he's down. Oh, let's break out of that. And there we go. All right, one more, and then the final boss.
Higher. These champions appear to be up for the challenge of facing.
And then after that, we're gonna do something completely different. And by that I mean exactly the same, because we're gonna go into the Infinite Archive, and we're gonna do another wave-based, you know, boss rush. But no, I'm a pretty big fan of the Infinite Archive. I like to, you know, do the daily quest as part of my little routine. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoy the Infinite Archive. It's not my favorite thing to do in the world, you know. Group content is definitely my thing, but we're just, you know, going in, playing out a little bit, getting some cool rewards, fighting some cool bosses, and being done. Infinite Archive is good. And I hope that they continue to expand more on it, because I think they've got a really good thing going there. You know, normally I try to stay out of the middle because of these things. Fun fact, in solo, these will actually not... They won't kill you, right? Like, they will not hurt you. But because you are the only player that's actually up here, if you fall into that, it actually counts you as failing the wave, and you have to start over. So I try to avoid those, but you know what? Today, we're going to live a little dangerously. Oh, and you know, I haven't said it yet. I suspect that most people in, you know, who are watching right now are probably subscribers of mine, you know, probably regulars, but if you are maybe like brand new to the channel and you just happen to stumble upon this live stream, then welcome. It is very nice to meet you, and I hope you enjoy your stay here. You can just call me Doc, and we are all about healing here. I mainly play ESO. I'd say like 95% of my playtime these days is on ESO, but I do enjoy some other games as well, and you know, I still make content about other games every now and then as well. When Season 2 of Marvel Rivals drops, I do plan on putting out a video for that. So yeah, if you are interested in healing or support, or you just want to see how the other half lives, then this is the place for you. And it is definitely nice to stream on YouTube, you know. I mentioned earlier, it took me a little bit of setup to get it right, and there's still probably things that I can work on to make the stream a little better. Um, but definitely, I like the little like layout they've got on YouTube that I can see here. I think that's pretty cool. Um, and I plan on doing this more. You know, I still plan on streaming on Twitch as well, but definitely I have been enjoying my time on YouTube, and I feel like I use YouTube more like in my personal life than Twitch anyway. Um, so you know, I wanna show some love to my favorite platform. I can out heal that, right? Yeah, I can out heal that. I can't out heal that, but I blocked it, so we're good. Whoops, I thought that would have finished him. Man, it'd be so unfortunate if I just fell into one of those things right now. Because even on normal, like, they've got, like, some of the enemies are, like, tanks that will just pull you in with chains. And sometimes they'll just pull you on top of those little, like, skeleton spots. And that's it. Yeah, your run's over. Or, well, for that wave, anyway. You don't have to restart the entire Dragonstar Arena. Okay, this is going to be interesting. I don't know how this is going to go. Even on normal, the final boss can get a little tough just because of like all the different things that are going on, but you know, I've done it plenty of times before. I've just never done it on my warden, so we'll see how it goes.
Defeat him and become my new chosen. Lose, and you will be lost and forgotten in the depths of my realm.
Here we go. Oh no, a backflip. It's over, guys. I'm done. I'm cooked. Okay, now the other bosses are coming in. This is where things can actually get a little problematic. Sharp, I expect you to tank for me. I know that I've got you on a restoration staff right now, but I expect you to be able to tank this. I'm just going to try to kite these guys a little bit and hopefully just go ahead and finish this guy off. There we go. Bear got him. Alright, cool. Oh, and there we go. Yep, the pursuit is done. We'll go up, grab our gear. Oh, it looks like it auto-completed. Okay. So we'll go up, grab our gear, and then we'll head on over to the Infinite Archive. Yeah, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so bad. Before I had the little heavy attack build that I've got going on, my solo build was not good. And it took me a while to do that fight, but this is definitely better. I feel okay. I was gonna say I feel like I should have gotten teleported by now. We are good. Let's see what we get. All right. Oh, and you do. Cool. I got a box. Nice. All right. Cool. So we will make our exit. And I will go ahead and take us into the Infinite Archive. Here we go. Okay, now the Golden Pursuit says just to defeat Thoet. Thoet? Yeah, this guy. In the Infinite Archive one time. So I'm assuming that means that I only need to do one arc. So I think we'll just grab our daily quest, we'll do one arc, and then we'll move on. Yes, you are correct. I am wearing Sergeants, and perhaps a bit controversial. I know some people don't like it. My other set, I am actually wearing Noble Duelist. I really enjoy Noble Duelist. I think, like, yes, the proc condition can be a little bit weird, but, like, mathematically, it is one of the better heavy attack sets. So I do enjoy it. I think that, for my people that enjoy, like Order's Wrath or Storm Master or something like that, totally and completely valid. I just personally enjoy Noble Duelist. I find that for most content, it's not too terribly difficult to get within melee range, and melee range is deceptively long in this game. But that's just me. That is just me. Alright, stage 1, nice and easy. You know what, yeah, let's go fast. Yeah, for sure, definitely worth a try. If you've never tried Noble Duelist before, I think it's a really pretty solid set. Yeah, and honestly, I don't know if anybody's seen them yet. Or well, I shouldn't say that. You guys have probably seen them because update 45 has been out for a little bit, but there were some pretty decent heavy attack sets introduced with update 45. I don't know if I'd replace any of my current sets with them, but if you're maybe someone who is just starting to look into building a heavy attack set, maybe you're a tank or a healer and you just need to do some solo content every now and then, I guess we'll do that. I don't know if they'll have any ads, but we'll see. Um, if you're maybe like a tank or a healer who is just, looking to get a heavy attack build to do some overland content or whatever, I'd recommend checking out some of the sets from Exiled Redoubt and Lepsiclusa. They're not bad. There we go. First cycle down. Let's see. More damage to bosses. Less damage and recovery. Okay, so I guess more damage to bosses. The other two I don't really need. Nice. One down. Oh, him. Okay, area of effect. Oh, I'll probably grab that one. Yeah, we'll grab that one. And another cool thing about Noble Duelist that I forgot to mention, it procs on the first tick of actually doing a heavy attack, not a fully charged heavy attack, so like you can see here. You get it right from that first tick, which I think is really, really nice. I want that. Go. So that's one of my favorite things about it. If it required a, like, well, I guess it does require a, or no, you can do it with a light attack too, I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Yep, it works with a light attack too. Yeah, so if it required a fully charged heavy attack, I might be less inclined to recommend it, but getting that damage boost just after that first tick of your lightning staff is really, really nice. I think, you know, if depending on what skills I'm using and what class I'm on and whatnot, um, you know, if I were to like do parse on a parse dummy, I could probably hit around 75, 80k, which, you know, not great, but also I'm playing healer 99% of the time, so I'm not really worried about having a really great damage build. I forgot she does this. Stop it. Let's go ahead and just ult her. Maybe try to finish her. There we go. And there we go. Let's see. Direct. Oh, this is one of the newer ones. Shock damage is increased by 3%. Not bad. Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that one. Why not? Why not? Yeah, that little extra lightning damage is very, very nice for this build. That's really cool. I'm glad they added that. Right. The next one. We're already on stage 3, so we're moving through here pretty quick. I guess I'll go Guardian of Pestilence. Why not? Why not? Speaking of Infinite Archive, um, I'm assuming we'll... Oh, cool. Guardian's about to go down. There we go. I'm assuming, hopefully, right? Hopefully, we'll hear more about it with ESO Direct. But I'd really, really like to see some more class sets introduced. I know that they're not really, like, super great, but I think that they're really cool, and I would like to see some good ones introduced, you know, especially, like, healing-related ones. Like, I feel like you know, a Templar Restoring Light class set, I think would be really, really cool. I'd love to see what they do with that. But, I don't know, none of the class sets have really shaken things up in terms of the meta, but not everything needs to be meta, you know? You can have fun and experiment with it. I just don't really feel like any of the class sets are really worth farming out just to go for, you know, a super specific build that can only be used on one class. Oh, there we go. Sorry, if I run into a wall or anything, it's because It's because I'm looking over at chat just to make sure that nobody said anything. I've only got one monitor on my gaming setup, so I've got like a separate like laptop over here to my right that I use for, you know, like streaming and or like watching stuff and checking chat and stuff like that. All right, 10 people. It's so nice to see so many of you. Hope you all are having a wonderful day, and thank you for making it out here. Right. We are almost there. We've got you know, one more little stage boss, and then we're on to arc arc stage, whatever, something. We're on to something 5. Honestly, I don't really need any of these. I guess I'll go with that. Sure, why not? Block something, and then I can reduce their damage. Okay, there we go. And now we curse them, and now they have reduced damage. Right. All right, there we go. We are on cycle. That's what it is. Cycle. We're on to cycle 5. Okay. Penetration. Less damage. Okay, penetration for sure. Here we go. I guess while I'm thinking about it, let me see. So, after this, we needed to do what? World bosses, dolmens, and not Tales of Tribute. I'm sorry to all like 3 of you Tales of Tribute enthusiasts out there. I'm just kidding. Tales of Tribute's fine. This is not really my thing. Let's see, what else was it? Incursions. Oh yeah, okay, so just running a whole bunch of dolmens will kind of take care of that. Then group dungeons, that we can do like naturally. You know, we probably won't have time for that tonight. Here we go. We got this one, and then final boss. What? Oh, my gear broke. I was like, what did I do? Okay. I'll, I'll fix it after this wave. There we go. Alright, Sharp. I'll fix my gear for you. Where's the little guy? There he is. Ooh, Fire Orb? Nice. Fire Orb for Thoet will be very, very nice. We'll see what's in here. Ooh. Alright. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight up with everyone in chat right now. I know that there is a correct way to do this puzzle, right? However, I have never done it. I just do this. And then I just run, and it works. If it doesn't work, pretend like I didn't say that. But it did work, so we're fine. There we go. And we'll get one more. Oh, and we'll get the area of effect damage? Okay. Yup. This will be quick. This will be nice and quick. Alright. Here we go. Oh, whoops. I need to summon the old bear. Right, and let's do it. Where's my fire orb? There it is. You know, I'm gonna go through the shield. I don't care if it hurts me. Yup. It's over. Perfect. And done. That was so good. That was such a good combination right there that we got. Oh, I love it. I love it. Right? Yeah. Sorry, James. I just saw the chat about the puzzle. Yeah. I honestly, I do not know how that works or why that works. I'm assuming it's because I have that champion point slotted that makes you move faster outside of combat. It used to be that you could actually use abilities on top of that to get through it, and so people were just like sprinting through it with like channeled acceleration or something like that. All right, cool. So that's that one down. Let's go find some world bosses. Let me see. I think since you know, I was probably gonna do another separate stream to find the rare drops, but you know what? Just for this one, we will head into Morrowind or Vardenfell, and we'll farm world bosses there. If I remember where any of them are. See, I know that there's one like right around here. We'll start with that. I know that there's... Yeah, there it is. I just saw it pop up right there. We'll go in here. We'll fight this one. I don't think we'll wait for it to respawn. I may just, like, you know, whip up a map on my phone or something of the world bosses in here. Alright. If I get this first try... Like if this drop happens first try, I'm gonna be so happy. I doubt it will, but man, that'd be cool. And actually, I just thought about it. I have no idea if I already have that drop or not. I'll need to, like I said, whenever I do that separate stream of like really farming for those rare items, I will take a peek and I'll see what I have and what I don't have and this and that, yada yada yada, but I'm just gonna assume that I don't have that thing. Fuel shark. There we go. This is a good one to have a heavy attack build for, I'll tell you what. These little guys would be a problem if I was just single target. Almost there. And let's finish him off. Come on, go down. There we go. All right. That is the first one. Let me see where. You know what? We'll just take a little ride around Morrowind, and I need to find these world bosses on here anyway if I'm gonna do that one stream. So we'll just take a little stroll through Morrowind and see what we can find. I think there's one somewhere around here, but I'm gonna see what's up along here. Let's see, point of interest. Figure this would probably be more entertaining than just sitting around waiting for them to respawn. Sitting around waiting for that one boss to respawn. Yeah, I hope everyone's been enjoying the Jubilee event so far. I have personally been having a good time with it. I got some really good crafting materials, which is what I was looking for. Because I'm not really a big fisherman, so, you know, events like Jubilee and Pan Tamriel and stuff like that, this is whenever I can get my, my like, perfect row and all that. You can also get Nirncrux from these boxes, which is super nice, and I can confirm, at least I'm like 95% sure I can confirm, that the purple boxes will also drop stuff like Perfect Row and Nirncrux, so you have got a good amount of ways to get some rare materials there. You sure have, buddy. I'm really proud of you. Now, if I remember correctly, there is actually a couple different ways to beat this world boss. Like, I think that you get an achievement for beating this world boss different ways. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm crazy. I don't know. I feel pretty sane. Oof. Because I think that you can either, like, defeat the world boss, or you can take out the research assistant who is summoning all of this. I think so, anyway. Where is Shark? There he is. I do think this is a pretty cool way to do a world boss, though. Just have a whole bunch of mobs run at you. Reminds me of those like world boss events in Craglorn where you had to defend the guy. Man, those were tough to do solo. Not because the enemies were hard, but because the guy you were trying to defend is really squishy. Oh, is that what it is? Maybe you can close down the portal? I don't know. I know that there's multiple ways to attack this event. Ooh, Sharp's down. I'll revive him. Why not? This guy's not gonna get me. Let me see. Oh. Nope, he did not like me going near his portal. Oh, well, I guess we'll just, you know, finish off the boss. That'll be that. And done.
The creature's death caused a change to the rift. Someone must disrupt the rift, even if it means my life.
Okie dokie.
Want me to die? You must complete the process quickly.
Oh, okay, so that's when you destroy the portal. Got it.
Yes, exactly. Keep going.
There we go.
Let's go.
See, this would be really cool to do, like, in a group, you know? Like, you could have one person tank the mobs, and then another person goes over here and just focuses on destroying the portal. That'd be cool. But it's not too hard to do solo. There we go.
No, this cannot be my end.
And there we go. Alright, head back to the road. Go find another one. We got 3 more. And then after those 3, we will head over to probably the Alakir Desert, run some dolmens, and then I think that will be it. That'll be everything that we had time for. I'm pretty sure there's nothing up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and way shrine over here. I do believe that there's one world boss relatively close to the public dungeon. I could be wrong, but we'll see. It was like somewhere around here. But I don't know. I don't spend a whole lot of time in Vardenfell. If you hadn't noted, like if you were here from the start of the stream, Northern Elsewhere is like my place. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Maybe it's the free house that you get from the zone quest, or maybe it's just the way that the crafting tables are laid out that just scratches a certain itch in my brain. But I love Northern Elsewhere. That's typically where I eat most of my, where I spend most of my time that I'm not like out doing stuff, you know. But what about you guys? If you have any, do you have any places that you're like, yep, this is my home. This is where I like to stay. You know, this is where I like to do my crafting writ stuff like that. Let me know. Let me know if you have any places like that. If you want to share them. Other than that, we should find a world boss here pretty soon. Let's see. Found these 2, but there should be 4 more that we haven't found yet. It says that they're... Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. Ignore that. It says that they're complete over here on my map. But that's just because I've kind of 100%ed... Well, I shouldn't say 100%ed. I've cleared out a good amount of... what's-a-who's it? Cleared out a good amount of the game. Hey, Trey. Good to see you, man. Sorry, I was reading chat. What was I saying? Oh, I've cleared out like 100% of the map on my Templar. You know, Trey, I almost asked if you like actually just typed your address into chat. Like I know realistically that you just put in a bunch of asterisks, but I feel like that is something you would do. I could see you just dropping your address in chat.
For the 80th time, help is on the way. For the 80th
Let's see.
time, help is on the way.
It's been a little bit since I've run into a world boss. Oh no, if I open the zone guide, it's gonna have me, No, I don't think you're that dumb. I think you're that bold. Here we go. We found another one. Oh, I remember this one. I don't know why. I have a very distinct memory of this one. One time I came over here to do this world boss. I think it was while I was clearing out the map on my Templar. Um, and there was just like a whole crowd of people over here, but like 6 of them were AFK. So the other like 3 of us were playing keep the AFK people alive during this world boss, and it was so much fun. Almost there. Man, that felt really quick, but then I guess you realize, you know, they're in a group. If you can do AoE damage, you're just like melting that world boss super fast. The missus is at a book club with the girls. And then other than that, nothing. You know, I've got a pretty free Saturday. I think we're getting, me and my wife are getting dinner with my folks tomorrow, so you know, just having a nice little stream, getting back on it. Right? I know. They're they're reading not appropriate things. I don't know. I heard that this book that they're reading right now is actually pretty tame. That it's more like that the adult content in it is more like implied than anything else, you know? But I don't know. I didn't read the book. I'm still trying to get through the other stuff that my wife and I, or that my wife is having me read. And then we're also starting I shouldn't say starting. We started Game of Thrones because I like never watched it. I know, I know. I can't read. Here we go. This is going to be our 4th right here. And then there are 6 world bosses in Vardenfell. We only need to find 5. You haven't watched it either? Okay, cool. Yeah, if you have watched Game of Thrones, don't say anything. I know that it may come as a surprise. I have never seen it. My wife and I are currently watching it. We like just started season 5. We both really enjoyed it, or we're really enjoying it. We've got a whole bucket list of shows. I've honestly like I spend so much time gaming when I'm not hanging out with my wife. And when I am hanging out with my wife, usually we're watching like reruns of a show that we've seen a million times. So we're finally getting around to watching some actual shows that we haven't seen before. But she's got her book club tonight, which means that I am going to, you know, stream for a little bit longer. We'll wrap up the last few golden pursuits. Then I'm gonna have some dinner, and then you know, wish me luck as me and the guild run HM Sanity's Edge tonight and hopefully clear it. All right, that is 4. We only need to find 1 more, and I'm like so certain there's one somewhere like right around here, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna put a waypoint there, and we'll go check it out. Um, my wife has a lot more comfort shows than I do. You know, we watch like reruns of Friends and all sorts of stuff. Um, I guess if I had to pick my comfort show, probably like Naruto or something, you know, like one of those like classic animes. Or oh, Walking Dead. That would also be a comfort show of mine. Me and my mom used to watch that together. Yeah, it's officially over now, Walking Dead. But yeah, my mom and I used to watch that like religiously together. That was our show. That was our mother-son bonding time, was watching The Walking Dead. And I was always so surprised that she got into The Walking Dead because she is not like a zombie person. Oh, you've never seen it? I recommend it mostly. Right up until I'd say like I think like after like season 5 or 6, uh it starts to drag on a little bit, maybe longer than it should. I don't get me wrong, I love the show, but it was like 12 seasons long, and I don't know if it should have been 12 seasons long. But I still really enjoyed watching it. Yeah, my mom was never like big into zombie shows or anything like that, so I was really surprised that she loved that as much as she did. And then I tried to get her to watch like, the movie 28 Days Later with me, and she just wouldn't. Like, oh, come on. Same idea. See, I knew he was up there. All right, that'll be our last world boss. We haven't gotten that rare drop yet, but again, I also don't know if I maybe already have it. I'm not sure. But we will go ahead and take out this guy. Oh, is this the teleporting one? I don't remember. You do something. You do something that I don't like. I remember. Yup, he teleports. But you can get the timing down pretty easily with this guy. He's not too bad. He's kind of a glass cannon, honestly. I've already got him to half health. Now, oh, I forgot about this part. Oh, no. I forgot about this part. Shoot. And sometimes I forget how much I love the world bosses in this game. Like, the DLC world bosses, they really got creative with them. Especially in, Oh, am I gonna die from this? I don't know if Sharp can interrupt him. Oh, I'm fine. I had self-healing on. I'm good. What was I saying? Like the DLC world bosses in this game are so good. They get so creative with like the mechanics and things that they do and all that good stuff. Like, oh, I love it. I love it. Especially, if you own it, if you own the chapter, Necrom. Oh my gosh, some of the world bosses in there are insane. That was probably like the first time that I've ever been like, okay, I actually like I need a team to get this world boss done. I cannot get it on my own. There we go. Okay, I'm glad that I hit that self-heal when I did. I think I should be good. I should live through that. Yep, good to go. Alright, and I don't think he's going to do that phase again before we finish him off. Just to make sure, I'm going to go ahead and hit him with an execute. Nice, and done. Alright, and that is... Oh, was that it? The Warrior Poet's sword? No, that's a set item. It's some sort of sword, I think, that you get from the rare drop here. Okay, cool. World bosses are done. Time to complete some incursions. Let's go find a way shrine and head over, I'm thinking Alakir Desert. That will be the fastest. It'll be the most populated. We're probably not going to get any boxes out of it, but, it'll be fast, it'll be quick, it'll be easy. And then, let me see, what time is it? Okay, yeah. After that, whoops, I thought I could climb that. After that, I will bid everyone adieu and go get myself some dinner. I'm thinking frozen pizza night. go. Time to go up here. And boom. I don't know, maybe with this heavy attack build, I might actually be able to do enough damage to get a box. We'll see. We'll see. I'll let y'all know. Oh my gosh. I can tell that it's busy. I was getting that lag as soon as I walked in. I'm like, okay, there are a lot of people here. Yeah, in case you've ever wondered where the ESO community is. Here. They're right here. If you go to a dolmen at nearly, like, all hours of the day, it is just slammed, or an Alakir dolmen. At nearly all hours of the day, you can find a group running them. Ooh, I did get a box from that. Look at that. I don't know, maybe they did change it. You know, for those that may not have been around or seen the video, the Pan Tamriel event came out earlier this year, and there was a lot of problems that people were having with things like farming the boxes, for the simple reason that a lot of the boxes were either A, on a cooldown, or B, only rewarded to like a certain number of people who had the highest damage, right? Like if you're, you know, defeating a world boss and there's like 11 of you, only like 6 of you were getting the box, you know, the 6 highest damage dealers. So of course healers and tanks were kind of shafted on that a little bit, but I wasn't sure if they fixed it with this Jubilee event, because the Jubilee event and Pan Tamriel event are very similar, but it seems like they did. You know, if you go and do your crafting writs, you will get all your boxes immediately. And I don't know, I feel like, you know, me joining in late there and not doing a lot of damage, but still getting a box, maybe Alakir farming is actually a good way to get them.
It's my unwitting tool. Return to my realm, sir.
Yeah, I got another one. You know what I'm gonna do? Next dolmen, I am not going to hit the boss. I'm not gonna hit him. I'm just gonna participate in the event, and I'm gonna see if it's still rewarding it to only the highest damage dealers, or if it's rewarding it to everyone. But fortunately, we only have to do 10 of these total. So it says 10 incursion events. I highly recommend, if you're doing this Golden Pursuit for the incursions, just go ahead and knock out some Alakir dolmens. Very quick, very easy. And especially, you know, like if you're a fellow healer or a tank and you don't have a solo build, this is a great way to get some XP. Because all I did, I hit one enemy, right? Boom. I hit one enemy, and now I can just stand here. And I'll show you. I won't hit anything else. I'll just sit around here, and I'll spam Polar Wind and just heal some people. I'll just keep up the healing. And then you'll see, you know, I'm not getting XP from the enemies that are being slain, but just by damaging one enemy one time, you will get XP for completing the dolmen. And if you're able to join a group, which I'm sure you'll see it in chat, right? Oh, no, I guess nobody's spamming it. Okay. Normally people will, you know, spam X, Y, and Z in a chat. That means that they're grouping up for a dolmen. Okay, so you don't get it if you don't hit the boss. We'll see if you get it maybe if you just hit the boss one time. That's probably how I should have tested it. I probably should have at least hit the boss one time. But you get the idea, right? Very quick and easy way of farming. And we'll test and see if you get a box just by, you know, smacking the boss one time. Alright. There we go. Okay. There we go. We got a few. We're participating in the event. Now we'll see. I'll just hit the boss once, and I'll leave the rest of the enemies alone. I'll just heal some people. And I'll just hit the boss once and just see, you know, is it only giving it to the highest damage dealers, or is it giving it to everyone? But yeah, I hope you all are having a good Jubilee so far. You know, if you logged into the game this weekend, great time. You know, if you're maybe, you know, maybe you're checking out chat right now, maybe you're a returning player, you haven't played in a little while, now is an excellent time to return back. You know, we've got brand new announcements for, you know, what's coming to the game in 2025 in just a few days, and double XP going on right now. Great time to start a new character. All sorts of awesome stuff. So highly, highly recommend it. You know, I'm probably a little biased, but what can I say? I like this game. Alright, I'm just going to tap. Just a little tappy tap tap. Alright, I think I tapped him. You see? No? Okay, it does look like it is maybe still giving it to a certain number of damage dealers. And I guess maybe my heavy attack build was just doing a bit more damage. Okay, so maybe if you're not, like if you're just looking for boxes, maybe Alakir Dolmen farming isn't the best way to go, unless you know you've got a pretty solid build. So, I will probably... I'm still going to help out with slaying these enemies, but I'm probably going to try to avoid dealing too much damage, because I don't really need the boxes. Like, I'm good, I'm chilling. I'd rather someone else get them who needs them more than me, you know? So I'll try to just do a little bit of damage here and there, not too much. I'll help out by destroying the anchors. Oh, let me see. Oh, thank you, Dante. Dante says portals on Craglorn are a good way to farm the event. I did not even know that those portals drop those. That's really cool. Oh, I guess, yeah, they do count as an incursion event, don't they? They sure do. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, if you're happening to maybe just, you know, listening along, portals in Craglorn, great way to farm the boxes.
Sometimes the prey turns and nips us. It is a small thing.
Alright, halfway there. 5 more. And then we will go ahead and call it an evening. And I am going to get some pizza. Here we go. Go. And we are in the event. Good. We'll get our participation. And now we buy. Got them, got them. Are those ones over here destroyed? I'll get that one.
Your time in my life is strong. Let's see how you fare.
Gosh, that health bar goes down so fast, it's crazy.
Sure no tales are told of your valor.
Gotta love the Alakir Dolmens. Alright, 4 more. Well, I guess while we're just, farming some dolmens, feel free to answer if you'd like to. Otherwise, you can just listen to my thoughts. Does anybody have any bets on where we're going this year? What chapter or like what section of Tamriel we're going to go to this year? Or do you think, are we going to a new one? Is this season even going to introduce a new zone? Or are we maybe going to see all of the story take place somewhere that we've already been before? Personally, I don't know. I've seen a lot of speculation about Murkmire. I do think that we're going to get a new location. I feel like it would be a risky move to introduce a new content model. Like, already seasons are a little divisive amongst the community, but then not introducing a new zone, I think, on top of introducing a new content model, that might rub some people the wrong way. I think that might ring some alarm bells for some people. I personally wouldn't mind. I think as long as we're continuously getting more group content and more ways of gaining skill points, I'm okay if they want to take the zone story back to somewhere that we've been before. I don't mind that at all. But definitely getting more group content and getting skill points is that is a must for me, for sure. And of course, we'll get more skill points with the actual zone quest, like with the story quests, but if we don't have a new zone, then we don't have sky shards. Question mark, what did... Oh, okay. They're just talking about group stuff. Yeah, like, if we're not getting a new zone, then in theory we're not getting sky shards, And I saw a YouTube comment that I think made a really good point on one of my videos. If the leaks are to be believed, right? And I won't talk too much about them, but if the data mining or the leaks or whatever you want to call them is to be believed, in theory we'll need more skill points than normal. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Of course, as always, I'm cautiously optimistic, right? Things changing can always be divisive, but I've always been of the opinion that new ESO is good ESO, right? Like anything new, I'll take and I'll at least be happy about. Alright, and we have 2 more. We'll do this one. And then will that get us the... Oh yeah, it sure will. That will get us the costume. And in case... Oh wait, hold on. In case you haven't seen it before, This is the Breton hero. If it will stop shaking. This is the Breton hero costume, if you haven't seen it yet. If you don't know who this is, check out the ESO cinematics on YouTube. They are really, really cool. I'll go and rewatch them just when I'm bored because they're so well made. There are different, like, protagonists in those cinematics, and they're supposed to each be representative of the three factions. You know, the Daggerfall Covenant, Ebonheart Pact, and Aldmeri Dominion. And the Breton hero is supposed to be kind of the rogue-ish. A lot of people have been really excited about that costume. So, I think that's... you'll definitely see a lot of people grinding out these golden pursuits, for sure. Go. Oh, gee, I'm trying not to do too much damage to the boss. But I am still getting these boxes. Oh, is my inventory getting full? Oh, I guess it sure is. Alright. Well, you know, we've only got one more. Only got one more, and then I'll pop back into Northern Elsewhere, say our goodbyes, and plan to be back tomorrow. But let's wrap up with this last one. There we go. We are now participating in the event. So, that should be it. Once this is done, we will have that costume. And look at that. I didn't even have to play Tales of Tribute. It's a good day. Grab that, and grab that.
Yes, sacrifice those servants in my name. Let's give you something worthy to sacrifice. I am patient, but not that patient.
And there we go. That is it. That is our last golden pursuit, which means that we got the costume. Oh, that's a new little reward reward menu right there. That's really cool. I like that. Called a capstone reward. Very nice. And as you can see, it is a costume. So whenever you equip it, it just replaces your outfit. It looks just like that. And when you unequip it, it just goes back to your outfit that you had before. So, let's head back on over to Northern Elsewhere, and we will say our goodbyes for the evening. Alright, folks. Well, that was everything that we had time for this evening. I truly and sincerely appreciate everyone that came out tonight. Honestly, I didn't realize how great YouTube streaming would be. This is one of the best streams that we've had in a while in terms of numbers. So I'm really happy. This was a lot of fun. It was great getting to chat with you guys and hang out with you guys, and I'll definitely be streaming on YouTube more, for sure. I really appreciate everyone coming out tonight. Other than that, you know, I'm planning on streaming tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but I'll probably give y'all a heads up. I'll try to give y'all a heads up before I do so, or before I go live. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. You know, I hope to talk to you guys again before I post the PvP video, but just in case I don't, PvP healing video going out probably around Monday. So I think that's all I got. And I'll go ahead and say my goodbyes. So, as always, I have been Doc. Take care of yourselves. Be good to others. Let me see. Mochi, what should I say here? She's not very helpful. I think you guys just enjoy the Jubilee anniversary event. Have fun farming your boxes. I will catch y'all